Welcome to today's explainer. We're tackling a universally frustrating modern headache, spotty internet. But we're exploring a remarkably smart, budget-friendly workaround from our source material today. Honestly, if you have an old router gathering dust in a door somewhere, you are definitely going to want to pay attention. We're looking at exactly how to transform an ordinary TP-Link router into a powerful Wi-Fi extender. Let's dive right in. So, are you struggling with Wi-Fi dead zones in a big flat or a spread-out house? We all know the feeling, right? You're streaming a movie in the living room, and it's totally fine. But the second you walk into the kitchen, bam, the dreaded buffering wheel of doom appears. It's so frustrating when your main router just can't cover your entire living space. But hey, there's a really clever solution that doesn't require dropping cash on an expensive new mesh system. Here is our roadmap to network victory today. 1. Eliminating Wi-Fi dead zones. 2. Prepping your TP-Link router. 3. Accessing the admin panel. 4. Setting up extender mode. And finally, 5 pro tips for stability. All right, section 1, eliminating Wi-Fi dead zones. What's really fascinating from the tech bit of source is our hardware hero for this project. You might think you need some high-tech, dedicated extender, right? Actually, no. They highlight a very normal, everyday device, the TP-Link WR84N single-band router. In practice, this standard router actually works as an extender way more reliably than a lot of the dedicated ones currently on the market. While some routers just completely fail to function properly in extender mode, this simple TP-Link model is arguably one of the best out there to use as a Wi-Fi range extender. It's a humble piece of tech for sure, but it punches way above its weight class.
Moving right along to section 2, prepping your TP-Link router.
Let's get hands-on. There are 3 vital physical steps to reset this thing. First, just plug it in and power it on. Second, look at the back of the router. You're going to find a tiny little button labeled WPS or Reset. Press it and hold it down for a full 10 seconds. Seriously, don't let go early. Finally, just wait until the router's LED lights start blinking. That blinking is your visual confirmation that the router has completely wiped its old memory and is factory reset. It gives us a totally clean slate to build our extended network. Now, before you jump onto your phone, pick up the router and check the bottom side. You're looking for that classic manufacturer sticker. You'll find the default Wi-Fi password printed right there on it. You're absolutely going to need this exact string of characters in just a moment to connect your smartphone for the very first time, so keep it handy. All right, section 3, accessing the admin panel. Go ahead and grab your smartphone. Open your Wi-Fi options and connect the TP-Link router using that default password we just found on the bottom. Once you're connected, tap the little arrow or the info icon right next to the Wi-Fi name on your phone. Scroll down to your IP settings and change it over to the static option. Step 3 here is the most important part. Find the number labeled gateway address and copy it. Think of this gateway address as your secret VIP pass straight into the router's digital brain. Now that you've got that gateway address copied to your clipboard, open up a web browser on your phone, something like Chrome. Paste that gateway address right into the search bar and hit enter. You should immediately see a landing page displaying your router's model name. Just tap right on it, boom, you're at the admin panel login. But since it's a blank slate from the reset, you need to create a brand new secure logging password. Our source explicitly reminds us here to make sure this password is a strong mix of both letters and numbers. Type it in twice, tap start, and you are officially inside the router's command center. Let's move to section 4, setting up extender mode. Okay, once you're logged in, click Next on the starting page. It's going to ask you to choose the router's operating mode. Since we want to boost our signal, choose Range Extender Mode and click Next. The router will then do a quick scan of the area and show you a list of all the available Wi-Fi signals it can see. Swipe over to the right, find your main home network, the one that's currently struggling to reach those dead zones, tap the Connect option, and enter your main router's regular Wi-Fi password. You are essentially just introducing the 2 routers to each other. Next up, you have a really interesting choice to make. You can select Copy from Root AP, which just increases your existing signal using the exact same SSID or network name as your main router. But our source actually recommends going the Customize route. This lets you create a brand new separate network name specifically for the extender. Maybe call it something like Home Network-Extended, but keep the exact same password. It's great because it gives you a bit more control over exactly which router your devices are connecting to as you move around your house. Okay, pay close attention because this is absolutely the most crucial step of the whole process. After setting the name and clicking Next, you must change your LAN type to static IP. And then, and this is vital, you must disable the DHCP server. Think of the DHCP server as a digital traffic cop handing out IP addresses. If both of your routers try to be the traffic cop at the very same time, everything completely crashes. Disabling it on the extender ensures your main router stays in charge, which gives you a perfectly smooth handoff. So disable that DHCP server, click Next, and then click Finish. Your work in the admin panel is totally done. You can now just go to your phone's Wi-Fi, find your newly created extended network, connect with your password, and enjoy that full, glorious signal strength.
And finally, Section 5, Pro Tips for Stability.
After long-term use, honestly, any wireless extender can sometimes face lagging or hanging issues. But our source shares 3 brilliant pro tips for peak performance. First up is placement. Make sure you actually set up your extender router in a spot where it still receives at least 2 bars of signal from the main router. Basically, it needs a good signal to repeat a good signal. Second, to prevent weird lag, try power cycling the extender at least once a day. Just a quick off and on keeps the whole system fresh. And third, the absolute gold standard fix. If you want absolutely zero hanging issues ever, use an Ethernet cable for a hardwired LAN-to-LAN connection between the main router and the extender. It's bulletproof. So where will you set up your new extended network? Whether it's the home office, that far bedroom, or the kitchen, you now have the exact blueprint to transform a dusty old TP-Link WR84N router into a powerful signal booster. It's such a brilliant, cost-effective tech project that completely kills that annoying buffering wheel. But honestly, it kind of makes you wonder, what other forgotten tech sitting around in your drawers right now could be repurposed to solve today's headaches? Thanks so much for joining me today, and happy browsing.